Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title "The Heavyweight Podcast" is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation. What's good? This is episode 103 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out there.
Young Four Loco. Holla at your boy, Mr. Wendell.
It's your boy Molito.
They call me Hunter.
He said Four Locos. I say, ooh.
Right?
That's worse than Steel Reserve.
That's a drink. That's a drink that's what you have before you go get a tattoo.
No. Four Locos is what you drink to keep the buzz going. That's what you end the night with. That ain't what you start with.
That's what you drink before homicides.
I'm
the only one that don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about because I don't drink.
And they disgusting. One you's gonna fight the whole club.
It's one of those drinks. It's our heart. It's.
You remember Mad Dog?
It's like Mike's. You know what Mike's is? Like Mike's lemonade. It's kind of in that same category.
Nah, it's in the category.
No, I mean, I'm just giving him a gist of you.
Think of Mike's in the form of Old English.
Yeah, there you go.
Nothing but alcohol and bitter.
Mm-hmm.
But angry, drunk.
Like, because it's all the shit that makes you, the nasty shit that makes you violent and drunk.
Yeah.
I remember getting the wife drunk off those so she can go get a tattoo. So.
For shizzle. How were your weeks?
Hold on. Did she volunteer for this? Or did you set her up?
Yes. She volunteered for this.
Okay, this is recorded, nigga.
Hunter are hunters and hunters alone. It does not in way, shape, or form reflect anything of the Heavyweight Podcast.
We do not condone getting your wife drunk for anything.
When you gotta go get a tattoo, it's
not some views of Hunter are alone.
You're not even supposed to drink for a tattoo.
It takes the edge off.
You're not supposed to drink for your tattoo.
I don't give a shit. You ain't supposed to do a lot of things before things.
My week was fucking lovely, man. Lovely. Hot, humid. You know, Midwest.
Sure.
No, not Midwest. That's it. That's South.
Dirty.
DC.
Dirty South. That's the white
DC
South.
was really, really ridiculous.
Chocolate City.
I couldn't fathom it, but it's yeah.
I was Long Beach.
Don't go on the 4th. I'm not responding to that. You know. I know what you're doing.
Are you sure? Thanks for letting me borrow your glasses.
Mr. Lethal.
I appreciate it.
My week was more of the same. I'm counting down my days so I can get this cast cut off so I could be somewhat mobile again. And that's it. You know, same shit. I just
what? Your week sound like my weeks?
Because I'm not mobile. That's the only reason why. If I could get around, the doctor did give me more muscle relaxers, so that's great.
Before we keep going, how were your 4ths? You got to bring in your 4th of Julys too.
I didn't do.
That's
much.
what I said. That's a DC watching fireworks.
I just 4th was actually pretty nice because I just ate. I didn't have to cook because I couldn't move too much. So,
I was drunk.
You've been drunk since last Friday, so we believe it.
I'm gonna hit you with what I hit a lark with. You were drunk?
Bruh.
Are you sure? Is this a fake video?
I'm sipping on the drink right now, so I just had to keep it going.
Do we need to call the specialist for you? Do you need?
No. I mean, just because it's 9:00 in the morning don't mean anything.
I guess it is happy hour in Tokyo, right?
Break the 4th wall.
Oh my God!
First off,
man, what the fuck?
First off, you motherfuckers need to understand. I work nights.
Damn, he's angry.
So do I.
Right. So my 9:00 in the morning. You're 9:00.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a point. Got you there.
Don't matter, bro. That's what the body is used to.
That's hilarious.
The body is used to drinking in the morning time.
Oh, shit.
So,
That's
sip,
good.
sip.
McFly,
I'm
your
one
week,
of those
sir.
who goes to
Your
grab
week
it.
and your fourth.
It was awesome. I went to work Sunday, Monday, and was off the rest of the week.
That's
Did you shoot some fireworks?
We're not allowed to do that.
Sure.
Can we get an update on my nephew? Did he get that last week?
He was he's been irritable. He has to wear a brace. He's been irritable and cranky, and when he gets his 1 hour of to be able to walk the yard, he takes advantage of it.
Yard time.
I know how I feel. I'm locked down 24 hours. I'm in solitary.
Low key though, I really don't like the 4th anymore.
Why? Because it's not Juneteenth?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
What just happened?
Right?
How many drinks have you had?
No, I'm just saying I don't like the 4th anymore.
Why?
It's like hip hop and just be degrading with.
No, it just we're having dogs. It puts me in a different perspective with the 4th.
Oh, okay.
Because they screw the fireworks.
Yeah, I mean on the 4th, I literally got to drug my dogs up. I got to drug my dogs up so they can get to the 4th. They do
fireworks in the park behind my house.
Oh yeah,
my dogs go crazy. I bring them inside. That's the best.
Even coming inside doesn't help.
They're in panic. But I live in Mobile, so they've been popping fireworks for the last month. So
right,
think of all the homies that are our age that had to go through the Middle East and come home and have to hear boom boom.
Oh, those too, and veterans, too on top of it.
That's real shit.
A friend of ours, Kevin, like he did 5 tours in Afghanistan, stuff like that, and it is not a good day for him.
No.
It is not. He takes some Xanax and he tries to sleep through the night, so you don't have to hear the I
did that army shit and all that, and I was like, I'm gonna do the Navy.
Hey, the next time you talk to him, you should definitely recommend some noise canceling headphones at least, because this shit do block out a lot of noise.
Well, the thing is, he has kids and he wants his kids to enjoy the festivities, so he tries to soldier through for his kids.
How he's soldiering through when he's asleep?
Hey, he's loopy.
But yeah, like you said, the veterans too on top of that. So I get going to a place
of America. Fuck all
I get that. Oh, I can't stand that part of it anyways. But Lord, I get going to a central spot and doing it. It's when all your neighbors are shooting up fireworks that annoy the shit out of me now. That's where I really have a problem with the 4th at now.
Didn't move, nigga.
Nick, motherfucker, you can't get that from nowhere. That is not going to change anywhere unless you live out in $2 nowhere.
Well, you can get 120 acres in Montana for cheap.
Wasn't that still where we was at? How was your weekend? This nigga just came up.
No. Instead of told us about his week, he was giving us an update, and then Hunter jumped in with how he don't like
fuck 4th of July.
Alcohol kicking in. Let's get into it.
No, it's not yet.
Let's get into it.
All right. The first topic is: as men, is it okay to express hurt about losing a friendship, or do we have to just take it on the chin, pause, and keep it pushing?
I mean, sometimes you take it to the chest. Pause.
That's one of those where
before we answer this question, Kevin, do you remember when you rapped on a song with me and you said, I don't understand the word pause because it doesn't say that you feel like it's gay like to say pause, so you're not gonna say pause again?
Probably. It's like I used to with the no homo shit.
Yeah, so did you just contradict yourself, or are you?
No, I'm just keeping up with the times, dog. We on.
Hey, Kev, we're allowed to grow up. We're allowed to change, bro. We are allowed to change, man. We are allowed to change
with the youngins.
Essentially, you said you shouldn't have to say pause because you're affirming your masculinity.
Yeah, I just feel like when you say pause, you're highlighting the gay shit.
I think you say pause in case who you're talking to don't take it the right way.
The wrong way. Yeah.
Pause.
God damn it.
Okay. All right, let's get back on it. Shit.
To answer the question, men have feelings because we're human, and it's okay to feel hurt, especially if that person was dear to you, and depending on the circumstances, it may hurt more than other times. So, I think we feel disappointment, we feel lost, just like everyone else. You know, it's like to say, are you not a man if you lose a relative? Are you not a man if you cry over that? Like, I mean, you have feelings like everybody else. So, like, it's the same thing. I think as men, when we consider you friends, it's like you're like blood to us.
Yes.
So when we lose you, it's like losing a family member. So it's going to be hurtful. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are around that loss is. A loss is a loss. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt to some degree.
Yeah, but if you lose your friend over
vagina.
We know what you're saying. Go ahead. You didn't have to stop.
But if you lose your friend over a situation like that, you take it, but you don't take it as bad as in other situations too.
You don't think so, though? Because like, why are you not allowed to? Like, it seems like as men we're not.
Did you?
Why?
What?
I don't know,
because he's saying like that. Why would you, just because it's over a woman or something? Why does it hurt less?
So were you gonna say over pussy?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's what he was gonna say.
Because you know you're gonna lose it, but you're not. It's not directly affected to you.
Now, when you say it is, like, are you saying your friend started seeing someone you were previously seeing and you wasn't cool with it? Or are you saying she chose your friend over you?
No, I'm talking about with the person that you get with somebody and she makes you choose him or her in that situation. You know,
then that's
on you.
Yeah,
I feel like on that other side though, that's the other side.
Oh, you're trying to say he chose her. He chose to be with her and stop being friends.
Right, he chose it. You know, that's what I'm saying.
In that situation, I'd say the heart wants what the heart wants.
Right, so that's the same. I mean, there's
even to be with someone but to cut your friends off because of someone seems kind of.
Sometimes the thing between women's legs can have some magical powers on a lot of people.
Hey, it's a icebox.
No, that's why I believe you should always have a lot of magical things.
Anyways. Icebox or ice spice?
Huh?
What? Okay.
But to that thing, I had to walk away from a friend a few years ago, and it hurt me for a while, and it still hurts me to this day.
Because of his wife?
No, because he was
Is somebody
for lack of words, he became damn near bipolar.
Oh, so he was.
Yeah, he became
off his meds.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I wasn't gonna say bipolar. He damn near became schizophrenic.
Similar, but is he off his meds?
No, he was never prescribed meds. He was never actually diagnosed. He never wanted to get to that point. You know,
That's
and I had to walk away when he accused me of something that I never did. And to me, friendship is loyalty, and I will give you my loyalty. But the moment you accuse me of doing something that I didn't do, to that point, I will walk away from you. You know, and I had to step away, and that bothered me to this day.
And so clearly, that shit hurt, and you took an L because you have feelings.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, I know.
Right now.
No, I mean, it still bugs me because I wonder where he's at and what's going on. But
how'd you express that? Did you express that in the time, or was it like, because you know how sometimes?
Well, I couldn't talk to him about it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Right. I couldn't talk to him about it. To him, it was. No, but I mean, I talked to my wife about it and some other people about it, but I never talked to him about it. Ever since that happened, that was probably about 5 years ago now, I have not made contact with him since. I broke contact 100%.
That's what's up.
I walked away at that moment and never talked to him again. Because when I X you out of my life, I X you the fuck out of my life unless I really want to bring you back for a reason. No.
I think I've always just been so, like, you got to work. You really got to work, or we really got to be like connected for me to consider you a friend. So I never really had that. Like, I can count my friends on one hand, so it's not
right. Because we overuse the word friends nowadays. We have a lot of acquaintances, and
that's what my dad used to preach to me. Is he said you're not gonna have so many friends, but you have a lot of acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
I said I grew up with people that I thought were like brothers, and so as soon as time went on, eventually they all like kind of went their separate ways, and it fucking bugged me. And I remember just there were times I just felt like I was like, what the fuck did I do to not, not have them around anymore? And then you realize
that's the shit I go through with that. Yeah, and like I don't feel like we discussed that as men, because that's where I go to is like, what the fuck did I do to make that shit happen? But
but I mean, like you said, Kevin, where the fuck are we supposed to discuss it at?
I think
who are we supposed to discuss?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why not?
I think we gotta accept the fact that a lot of times you just grow apart. Like you were friends at once because you had similarities in pastimes or ideas, whatever, and then people grow up and mature and you grow apart. That's a natural thing that happens, and I think we overlook that sometimes. It doesn't mean necessarily you did something wrong, But I always say, like, if you ain't never met my kid or my wife, you really can't consider yourself my friend. Like, you really can't.
Yeah,
like,
right.
If you have not been invited to my home, you're not a friend.
Well, I'm not talking about them people.
You're gonna make me fucking find these lyrics exactly.
Like, not them people, because that's not. I don't think that's.
But I mean, to a lesser extent, we understand growing apart. It's when a situation happens that really messes it up.
What about
because we understand growing apart. We understand that you're not the same people you was at 15, 20, 25, whatever. But when it's a situation or it's something else that involves it, you losing that friend, that's where it hurts.
You also got to take into account that sometimes we're adults, and sometimes, like, I had a lot of I'm not going to say friend. I had a lot of people where we used to hang out tough, but then they got married, they had families, they had kids. They don't have time to hang out, and that's something you gotta acknowledge. Hey, you don't really get it until you have your own kids. Oh, this is why so and so couldn't hang out, because you ain't got time. Like, you spend your spare time just trying to get a goddamn nap,
right?
Because you're trying to recruit.
I'm still on my hip hop bag from last episode. This is a quote from Jay. You backstabbers gonna turn me back to the old Jay. He's not who you want to see. He's not as sweet as the old Ye. When I die, please don't tweet about my death. Trying to get mentions, bringing attention to yourself. Please don't post the same pic from the club with the same quote you stole, like we was tighter than what we was. Trying to get likes for my love. If you can't go by the crib and give my mama a hug.
Yeah.
So if you can't even do that, then how can you consider us close?
Yeah. But what about when you are close and you like close and like situations happen in a sense, but you kind of try to squash or whatever it is, resolve or whatever. And then, I don't know, I guess you would say that's a growing apart, but it's like, it's not even a growing apart. Like, you're still doing the same things. You just not fucking with each other.
Like, I've said this before. Like, me and Studley got a system. Like, we beef all the time. But we know it's a line where we be like, all right, nigga, you ain't moving, I ain't moving. We're going to just take a break. We're not going to talk to each other for a couple of days, but we still cool. We just going to fucking take the time to calm down. And then when we get back together, we're not gonna mention this shit. It's in the past. This is the topic that won't be broached again because I don't
like the part of not mentioning it.
We're not. Well, I mean, because we accept that it is what it is. We accept that it is what it is. I'm not gonna be moved. He's not gonna be moved, and we understand that we can have different appearance on something. So we're not gonna bring it up because we're not gonna purposely anger one another.
Don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't just don't need to talk about it. Now, if it's like if it's a important situation, we'll come to an understanding. But the initial understanding is we just won't talk about it. It ain't that important enough to cause a rift in the friendship, in the brotherhood. It ain't that important. We don't see eye to eye on everything, but we also have understanding. Hey, it ain't that big of a deal to where we should be fighting over something as stupid as it. Like we've had 3 or 4 of those like situations like that. So it's like you have to understand, like, hey, if you value this friendship, if you value this relationship, you got to understand it's the same thing like with marriage. Like, you're not going to fight your wife 100% on everything because some things whatever it is, whatever it is. But you only push back on shit that you consider to be deal breakers. That's when you got to get an understanding, and you got to take that same principle into friendships, and that will help you not have that divide. Like, you got to understand as adults. Everyone has different opinions. We can view things differently, but that don't mean we have to dislike each other just because our views are different.
Yeah, when I say you need to discuss it, because there still be some kind of resolve between you two. Just not letting it go and dropping it and not mentioning it can lead to underlying issues down the line that you don't.
It sounds like he's talking about things that they're hard pressed on. It's a line that they know they're not going to move on. Like no one's moving on this. So
right, but you can still convey that to each other.
Like, yeah, but they know that. They know this line's not getting. We're not budging.
Like the resolve is, I believe this. You believe that. I'm gonna respect what you believe. You're gonna respect what I believe, and that's not gonna bring it up again because we know where we stand. Respect. You don't have to keep talking about something if you know where each other stand.
Right, but I'm saying that part right there doesn't get said. It usually ends up in some one kind of way, and then it doesn't hit that point to where, look, this is where I'm at, this is where you're at, this is where we ended at, and that's it. It doesn't.
What you're saying is we're so evolved as friends that we understand each other, and other people don't have that same understanding.
Right. We don't get like a certain somebody who will cuss everybody out and then come back 3 months later and try to be friends. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We understand, like, hey, it ain't that important. Like, you're my brother, we brothers. You know what I'm saying? We got each other back regardless. And like I said, there's been times where we're beefing, but just because I'm beefing with Andy, if we're not talking right now, you're not finna disrespect Andy in front of me, and you're not finna disrespect me in front of Andy. Don't think just because we're not agreeing with y'all right now that you can just be off the rail. No, because I'm gonna still go back. Even if I'm not talking to him verbally, you say something, hey, so-and-so said this. I'm gonna text him real quick. Hey, so-and-so said this, just so you know. Boom. He ain't gotta respond. He ain't gotta none of that. Just so you know, I'm like, you're not finna disrespect my friend in front of me. It's like with family. I can say something about my mama, but you better not say shit about my mama. It's the same thing. That's how I approach it. He's my friend.
Shout out the Fly with Rookie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say something about my friend, but you better close your fucking mouth about my goddamn friend, because we gonna have a problem. We might be beefing, but I will whoop your ass with him, and then we go back to beefing.
With one of our awesome sponsors.
That's actually how I feel. We appreciate you. People who don't necessarily fuck with me. I still feel like love, all that shit. Is what it is.
Hunter, you look very angry.
He's always
I'm good. I'm not angry. I'm fine.
You look angry as shit. You got that side eye like you about to fuck something up right now. He's like, I'm about to.
You motherfuckers say that shit. You say that shit all the time that I look like I'm about to fuck something up.
Yeah, you either look like you about to cry or fight.
That's the Four Locos.
You know, it's not Four Locos. It's called Adios, motherfucker. And I am sipping on one right now.
That's the intro to Four Locos.
I said, again, I say shout out to Flower Rookie. We appreciate you.
No.
But that's also part of it's part of maturity is knowing how to conflict resolution is part of maturity. Every conflict don't have to end being physical. You got to understand that you have to understand people are going to have different views. And you want your friends to have different opinions than you, because how else are you going to learn to elevate? If you if you can't have conversations from different views and everyone expand their understanding of whatever is being talked about, that's like that's how you grow. You don't want to be around a bunch of people who have the same views as you, because you just around a bunch of yes men. And then that's how you end up being like Kanye. No one wants to be Kanye. Well, we want the money, but we don't want the problems.
Kanye is a walk and get out.
I don't know if I say on that.
You know, I'm not ready for that discussion.
Hey, listen, let me tell you,
he's a walk and get out. Which Kanye or
Kanye? I don't.
And I'm like, maybe it wasn't them.
Then it was funny as I saw the meme. Where they were like, oh, he went and got his own Pete Davidson. And then I saw the real picture and I said, holy shit, he really went and got his own Pete Davidson. I said, fuck, she does look like Pete Davidson. What the fuck? Like,
it's funny that he make her walk around covered all the time. And that just show you what women would do when they were the man with money.
Yeah, they will act. Oh my God, that just made me think about that Kimora Lee, Russell Simmons shit.
Oh Lord.
Well, I want to watch that, the Russell Simmons documentary.
Because they were saying because I said I've been listening to a lot of podcasting, but they were talking about how Russell Simmons and how he was pretty much an asshole, and he was essentially they called him a child predator because he got Kimora while she was a sophomore and junior in high school and
grooming.
grooming, and then how he talks to his kids, his daughters, and that like he was a tyrant to them, and like. But it's weird. It's like you said, like the whole what they're willing to do for money, because like they pointed out, like Kimura saw how a piece of shit he was this whole time and didn't say anything when she was benefiting from it, but now wants to say something. It's no longer. So now she can come forward and say, yeah, he was a piece of shit. It's like, but when you had baby fat and baby fat and all this other shit that you got for it, knowing he was a piece of shit, it's kind of like, that's weird. You didn't think, when these women were coming for it then, you didn't think to say anything then. Now you're saying, yeah, he's a piece of shit now it's no longer beneficial.
I mean, he should have been called a piece of shit off top.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's like, hey, so you knew he was a piece of shit. You knew these women came forward, and you still stood by his side, knowing he was a piece of shit. Like, yeah. Anyway,
but it's kind of back on topic. It's like when I first started talking to you guys. You remember a lot of times I said, when I put you in a friend category, it means something different to me.
Are we friends?
You guys. Yeah, or when I said that before.
Oh, I just want to make sure we're friends, so I know where I stand.
Well, hold on. But like I said, when we would talk before, I was like, I
said, hold on, I gotta reassess.
I've learned a long time ago. Friends is overused, and even these guys on this podcast, I didn't consider you guys all friends when I met you guys, but it has developed into that. I
remember
you was just an old nigga when I met you.
I remember, I'm telling you, Hunter, Marisa, you remember this shit. I used to go to bat for Hunter because you was like, nigga, I don't trust this nigga. And I said, dude, like, let's give him a shot. Like give him a shot. He's a good guy. And you was like, nigga, I don't trust this nigga. And then like,
nigga's crazy. he is crazy.
I kept saying, I was like, just give him a shot, man. He's not a bad guy. I said, he's like, yeah, but he got some shit he need to address. I said, yeah, he's got some shit, but he's still a good guy. Like at heart, if you talk to Hunter, he's a good guy. Like
I did, Kevin, when I first met him, I told him, I said, that nigga got some demons he need to work out. I said, them demons is on that nigga. He got to work that shit out.
His demons are just on the shoulders.
No, nigga, they was on the shoulders, the back, and the pockets.
Well, there's a reason. Even when we would talk and it'd be wild, it's still like I said. You can identify when people are good people. Yeah. So like,
hopefully, some people.
That's how you know. To me, especially with me, if even regardless of what friction there may be with the person, if I always eventually come back around, that means I always considered you either a friend or I rock with you, because when I know a motherfucker's a piece of shit, I won't even come back around. It's not even worth wasting energy on. So like, because I had to learn the hard way that a lot of people are not your friends, and like, so for me, I'm very, very guarded with my energy, because people have let me down so many times, from family to people I consider family. Like, so like I said, if I always come back around, then I need to know I rock with you, because that's a very fucking friendships in this world are so fucking rare.
Hey, so to that fact, do you think social media played a big part in that foster friends thing?
No. I think it just expanded it.
Yeah, because it's always been there, even before social media. It's just people are who they're going to be, and you just have to learn not to get so attached. Like, especially like with raising kids, you have to teach them. You have a lot of acquaintances.
Right.
Don't call everyone your friend.
Right.
I think the only thing for me what social media do, I think there's a lot of people that think like I do. And I felt like there's family members, like extended family, that I've, didn't really see a lot, that I are friends with, and I see what they post, and we come back and forth. I was like, you think like we probably would have been like really close cousins had we lived in proximity with each other. Like, that's what I get out of it.
But you say, Mo, you said amplified, and I think we talked about this when we started doing the podcast, and I used to see it, right up in your face when you're doing music and you're trying to do entertainment. You see, all social media did was amplify how much people see what you're doing, but don't want to address what you're doing. Like, they're watching you and they won't acknowledge it. But then when you come across them, oh man, I see you doing this, and you're like, oh, so you see me doing this. You're just not going to acknowledge that I'm doing it, and like other than when you just see me in passing. So it's like you can give me like a like here or a share here if you wanted to. You're just saying I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I still remember that. What is that? There was a movie. They made a skit about it. It was part of a movie. She was like, "Oh, let me show you my vacation picture." She was like, "Oh, I saw them all." She goes, "But you didn't like none of them."
Yeah,
she was like, "Yeah, but I saw them all." She goes, "But you didn't like none of them."
I guess I'm not good at that because I don't look at everybody's shit sometimes. But
no, but it's like it's weird when you hear people like talk about your life. Like you'll be like, "Oh man, I saw you were da 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 da." You're like, "You saw that? Like that just happened?" Yeah.
I will admit I'm kind of petty with my likes though. I do get petty.
I'm not petty. I just get blindly lost in that shit sometimes.
You know me. I'm super petty.
Rolling.
I'm
like,
super petty.
I will stroll, and if like I don't know you in person, I'm not gonna like your picture.
Yeah.
If I don't
he is Tom Petty. He's so petty.
Like if I don't personally know you, you're not getting a like from me.
Yeah.
I'll look at it. I'll watch it. Whoops, scroll. But like if one of you guys post something, I like it. I won't even look at the post. I'll just like it and keep strolling. But if it's somebody,
he was like, "Fuck your post," but here's a like.
That could be dangerous. Like you might want to read some of them because you'd be like, "Ooh, why do you like that?"
I'm pretty sure.
So you're advocating for this? What? No. That's not what
I'm telling you. All right, McFly can acknowledge this. He's probably opened his Facebook and see like Maurice is like your 20 last posts.
Yeah,
or love them, and I just Andy posts them love, and just keep strolling. I'm not even paying attention to what he's posting.
Hey, I at least read them.
Well, also when I open certain apps, I'm looking for something in particular. So
yeah,
that's what kills me on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, that fucks my shit up.
I will say, if you ever have a conversation with Maurice, don't do it when he's traveled down a rabbit hole, or if he's on lunch and he gets real quiet. You know something else is going on because he gets super quiet, and you be like, and he be like, "Huh? Oh, I wasn't even paying attention, man. I was." You like, "What the fuck?" Like,
I know. I ain't trying to bash on Maurice right now, but this motherfucker can't do two things at once.
I can't.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, but I believe.
Oh no, he can't, bro. He can't.
Hold on. There's one thing I can do. There's only thing I can do two things at once is when I'm doing this.
Wow.
So,
with that being said, no.
See, I think you can pause that.
Yeah.
You know. I hate to admit this right there. I don't understand what pause means.
It's like
before we get into that, I will never reach for your phone again.
You shouldn't reach for nobody's phone. You know how much doo-doo and shit is on niggas' phones?
Bruh. Do you understand some of us actually take care of our phones and baby wipe them every once in a while?
My phone is always clean. What are you talking about?
Still got doo-doo on it. It don't matter.
I baby wipe mine.
There's still doo-doo on your phone.
No,
not my phone. No.
So you're going to say you can't wipe away doo-doo?
Yeah.
Then that means there's doo-doo all on your hands and on your lips right now.
Fecal matter on so much shit is disgusting.
That means it's on your lips right now.
All right, next topic.
Probably.
We're going to just play this.
It's difficult for a nigga to communicate with you. That's why a nigga rather let you believe whatever it is that you believe at the time, because you trying to listen with the intent to validate you being right instead of listening with the intent to comprehend what a nigga really trying to tell you. Bitch, stop trying to philosophize every fucking thing. Niggas, for the most part, is simple and plain. If a nigga said red, bitch, he mean red, hoe, not burgundy, not maroon, bitch, red. That's why niggas say shit 1 or 2 times, bitch, you ain't got it, he go find him another bitch. Babe, I like when you wear the black hair. You know, I really, really like that. I don't really like the other shit. Bitch, you didn't hear that. You heard a whole bunch of other shit. And who you catch him cheating with? A bitch that wear black hair, ho, because you wasn't listening. You bitches make it so...
Okay. Oh, man. I'm so sorry to all the black people out there. But in there you can find a lot of truth. But shit. It was
funny.
She was saying truth to a degree, and then the rest of that shit. So what she was implying was that
men are simple,
when you're trying to convey what we say and what we like, what they take. So what we say, they don't listen to what we say and take it for face value. They tend to go, we say we want this, and they'll tend to hear everything else but what we said. So that was what she was implying, and she did it in a weird, interesting, philosophized way.
They try to interpret it.
Yeah, we had to
that's
interpret
what you meant. Like that's not what I meant.
That's what tends to happen
that's what
most of the time.
You say one thing and it turns out it turns into 7 different things to them instead of just listen to what you actually said.
So when she said the whole, like, he said he likes black hair, and she went and did burgundy and did all the other things.
How did that lead to him cheating with somebody with black hair?
But he said the point was, he told you what he wanted. You didn't listen to him. He went and found what he wanted, and then you got mad that he found what he wanted, and what he wanted was the chick with black hair, not the one with burgundy that you didn't listen to him from get-go. So pretty much in the statement of saying, when he asks, well, what do you want out of this? What will make you happy? And you go, I would just want, peace and quiet. And instead of giving them peace and quiet, you go, let me turn up and act a fool. And then he goes and finds something else. And then he goes, well, what happened? She gave me peace and quiet.
Yeah, or you interpret the peace and quiet to be in what you consider peace and quiet.
Yeah,
instead.
But what So they go, oh, peace and quiet. I get it. You want me all in your business.
My thing on that is, why don't women ever just listen to us?
What'd you say?
Why don't women ever just listen to us?
They do listen. They
listen through filters, and then like to that whatever the fuck that was saying.
Yeah.
They don't just listen to us, what we say.
Don't try to interpret it for something else. We're very simplistic.
We're very simplistic. We say what it is, just take it for what it is. If you have a follow-up something, ask us. Just don't start going off on everything. Just listen. Listen to them.
You could say, hey, you know what? I really like to just...
This might just be us.
Watch, I really like to watch the basketball game. And she'll go, so what you're really saying is... You're picking
a basketball game over me.
You hate me. And if I had a basketball for fucking whatever, you probably give me the attention. I didn't say that at all. I just said I like watching basketball.
Mm-hmm.
How about you just watch the game with me?
Yeah. How about you go, oh, you like basketball? Let me watch this with you. Okay, that's
the same
cool.
way you want me to watch all these damn murder mysteries and bullshit?
Hey, you sit there and watch the murder mysteries with them, but yet they won't sit there and do the same with you at times.
And we won't, and it won't be misinterpreted.
I don't watch shit with her. She watch it. I can't watch. I can't watch nothing with people getting raped and shit. I can't do that shit. I can't. That shit.
But it won't be misinterpreted as, oh, so what you're really saying is you want me to watch this because you plan on killing me. And you plan on doing this, and you want me to watch this murder mystery shit because you're thinking of ideas. We don't.
You might want to interpret that one
unless she starts asking you questions and she's turned up, she's like, oh man, I really want to cook you a meal, and you're like, oh, that's particular.
Like you seen that Patrice O'Neal where he's talking about if you ain't in love until you imagined how you do it.
Rest in peace.
So I'd be asking her, I'm like, I was out in the street doing something, and she tried to move the car, and I was like, oh, is this how you do it? Like, you just gonna run me over in the street?
My foot slipped.
Hey, she could probably get away with it, especially if you're driving your truck, because she couldn't see your ass.
Yeah.
No.
Probably true.
But yeah, there's no other meaning to it. There's no double meaning, no triple meaning. It's just take it for what it is. And if you have a question, follow it up with another. If you feel that way, follow it up with a question.
Pretty slow, my nigga, because I'm gonna tell you right now. Sometimes I say what I mean, and then you get a question, and I'm like, why the fuck are you asking me a question? Like, I thought I said what I said.
I'm okay with questions because of clarification.
Nah, I'm on Kevin's side because sometimes I just say what I think you want me to say. I don't say what I honestly think.
Then you're just lying.
Like, what can?
And what's funny is this follow-up video. Maurice, you're on the right track, brother.
I'm not going to say this where she's not going to be offended by what I'm saying, and if if she's the issue that I'm going to bring up, I got to say it in a way that is not going to hurt her feelings. So I'm not here patting her back while she's crying about the problem that I'm trying to bring up. So you got to think about all of these things, and then you got to wait for the right time, because depending on what it is, you can't just come out and just drop it when you're ready for it. You gotta pay. You gotta make sure that, like, I didn't catch you on a high right now, like a high, like something great that's happened to you. So I don't want to blow your high. I can't catch you when you're already sad about something, because I'm just gonna just make it worse. You know what I'm saying? If you moody or anything, I gotta hit it. I gotta hit the pocket just right, that you don't react to it in a negative way, and you potentially take it in the spirit that I'm trying to give it. And once you got that down, it's still 50-50.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Think about it. He basically explained was, think about how exhausting it is to be the person on the other end, trying to convey when it is the right time to bring up something, and not be taken the wrong way. And then on top of that, still, even from the previous statement, still can be misconstrued, even if you get all that right.
You know what's weird about that? Those are the things you have to navigate that never really get discussed out there. You know? You don't discuss those. You don't talk about those things like that. I mean, we're talking about it now, which is nice, but they don't get discussed like they should be. Because that is the reality of a lot of shit.
Relationship.
But what he said is true. Like, these are things you have to think about. Like, you have to find the right situation to bring up your grievances. Like, you can't talk about shit. You don't want to say shit that you feel like she's doing wrong when she already feel down, because you don't want to pile on her feeling shitty about herself. You don't want to bring her down from the high she on if she's having a great day. So it's like, and then not only do you have to find the right time, you have to word this shit in a way where she will actually listen to what's being said and not get emotionally defensive right off the bat.
I'm gonna say this.
You don't think they feel the same way, as in they got to do a lot of stroking our egos?
I don't feel that way.
Well, of course you're not going to feel that way.
No, I don't feel that way, like stroking the egos about it. I mean, you know.
I mean, or if we had a panel full of women right here, I would
say that some women do it to a degree. I do feel like my wife, if she's having a bad day, she's not gonna shit on top of my shit. She's not gonna throw shit on top of my shit. But she won't bring me down. But if it's something of importance, she'll bring it up when she, you know.
And you know, I mean,
so
to that fact, that's
both ways.
That's that balance in a relationship. You know.
But we also have an understanding that if we bring something to one, we don't have malice behind our intentions.
Yeah.
You know, there's no malice behind it. We're really just trying to come to a resolution and trying to get some things figured out. You know, so to speak. Yeah. We're not here to put each other down. We're just here to trying to get a resolution.
Right. But you know, it's weird about that too. You say that. I listen to a lot of relationship podcasts, and they say don't discuss things in that moment. They do say that. Wait a little bit. Don't make it in that moment, because you react more to emotions than you do to actually listening to it.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say initial feelings may not be how you truly feel.
Right.
It just maybe how you're interpreting that in the moment. Because I'm guilty of that. Because a lot of times my wife will talk to me and she want to talk about something, and I'm listening to what she's saying, and I'm like, I shouldn't respond right now, because right now I feel like you're attacking me, and I hear what you're saying, but you don't. But my reaction ain't gonna be a genuine reaction. It's gonna be a reaction from me defending myself. So I shouldn't really respond. But then she don't like that shit. She want me to respond right away so we can talk about it. And I'm like, give me some time to think about how I feel about this. So I do agree with that. Sometimes you can't. If I were just to answer off the fly, it's gonna be some shit off my sleeve. It's gonna be how I'm feeling at the moment. It might not be how I actually feel.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit is the funniest shit in the world to me, though. I don't understand why that happens. Sometimes you get a question where you're like, "That's a huge question," and you want me to just respond? Like, I feel like I should think about that.
I should give me some time to actually like put together some thoughts. Like, let me look at this. Let me evaluate what was asked. Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to answer now? Like, that's a lot.
So you can think about it right now. I got time. Wait, no, but I need more time than what you got. So I mean, it's. I think it definitely goes both ways. It definitely goes. And you shouldn't use in deep conversations. Like I saw some the other day, and he was like, they'll straight up have a conversation, no pause. All right, we'll revisit this tomorrow. Let's walk away. Right. Because I think sometimes you got to let things breathe and actually think about how you feel about what was asked to give an honest answer.
Put a pin in it.
I'm gonna give you an award, Hunter.
What?
An award?
I've never heard a black person that said they didn't know what pause meant.
Why?
I've never heard it. I've never heard that. Usually it's kind of like a universal thing that we kind of all just know. I've never heard a person say, what does that mean that's black?
I actually never heard of, I can't think of it ever being used at all anywhere in my life except for right now when you guys talk about it.
What about no homo?
Yeah, we said pause in here a few times. You never heard nobody say no homo?
But hold on. To my
defense,
yeah.
There you go. I forget a lot of shit.
In my defense.
I forget a lot of shit. I do. I forget a lot of shit, and these
language.
Yeah.
That's that San Diego County public education.
No, that wasn't San Diego County.
We can't even blame San Diego because he didn't go to school, so we can't even blame San Diego.
It wasn't San Diego County. It was more just being a hoodlum. But yeah,
we can't blame them because you went to school.
Whatever, bro. It's because I thought pussy was more worth than school. It don't mean anything.
Okay.
This nigga is gone.
He's drunk. He's drunk already.
No, I'm tipsy. I admit that. But
tipsy.
Yeah. No, I never I've heard it, but I never knew what it meant.
Understand what was going on.
Right.
You just thought somebody said some gay shit and they went pause.
No, I didn't even look at it as gay. I didn't look at it as anywhere to being gay or homo or anything. I just never.
It's just funny to me because you just pointing out something that you said that was like.
For all the listeners out there, this is no way, shape, or form us being homophobic. It's just in our culture. That is a thing that's said in passing when you realize that a statement that you may say may be taken as a.
Listen, gay people say pause. Like if you say something and you have a gay friend, they might be like, "Hey, you might want to pause that."
I can't really say I've ever sure. No.
Never should have paused nothing. Should have you just keep going, huh? Just truck it on in.
But with that being said, this has been episode.
We gonna really end it on that?
Yes,
sir.
Pause. Episode 103 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I'm Stud McFly with these three guys.
Young Four Loco, Mr. Wendell.
It's your boy Mo Lethal the Grouch.
They call me Hunter.
They call him Big Paws.
He's gone on there. Adios.
No, I mean I've only sipped on a half a cup, so we still.
Your eyes look glossy as shit through the webcam.
My eyes.
And you've been leaning over little by little as.
My eyes are glossy because of the things we have been talking about.
Somebody said half a cup. I was like, I don't know where you learned your math.
So you start leaning over
that
the
being
cup and
said,
shit.
this is episode 103.
You start leaning over the cup and shit like, yeah, you feeling it.
Yeah, man. But we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you for rocking with us. I know we went on some weird tangents, but
that's what we
part of the podcast.
Not as bad as usual, though. But any questions or anything you want to ask us, feel free to ask.
If you want to know why this nigga is drunk at 9:30 in the morning, please ask.
He's doing this shit, that's leaning side to side and shit. Like this nigga feeling it. He is feeling it. Like
don't hesitate to DM this nigga. Just make sure you DM him in the afternoon after when he's sober, because apparently he's drunk in the mornings. Sober at night.
I imagine that's what women when they get turned up and they're like t-shirt with no panties on.
Reciprocity.
Oh my god!
I need some reciprocity.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Later.
Till next time. We love y'all, man. We out. Peace.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.